My hat! I'm going to go ahead and replace the servo. This is the 2070. This is the stock servo that comes with the T-Maxx, and I will be replacing it with this ProTek. It says Black Label. That's what they call their servos that generally come in this black aluminum case. So this is the 170 TBL Black Label edition. And the reason why I'm replacing it is the stock servo, this is a 2070. This one's about 125 ounce-inches. This one at 6 volts is 533. So I'm gonna try to open this right now. To show you, I just dropped the wire in here. So the wire just plugs in here. This is a servo, so the machining on this servo is really beautiful. This is really great machine work. Really like the type of screws. I do not like Phillips screws, and these are hex screws, so that's a major plus. Now, the reason why I'm replacing the servo, as I mentioned, it's only 125 ounce-inches. This servo is great for your transmission, which is probably why Traxxas includes this servo in here so that you can move it up here and later use it for reverse, which I'm probably going to install and leave it there for transmission at a future time. You're going to destroy your servo. Now, even with the stock tires, it would do this. So let me go ahead and turn the wheel all the way. There we go. So if I lift it, that's what happens. And one of the things that you're going to notice with a vehicle like this is when you start running, it'll turn. And it'll turn the wheels when you're running a certain speed. But then once you start speeding up and going faster, just the momentum of the shafts, see the shafts want to stay straight, so they're going to straighten out the wheels. So if you're turning one direction, as they spin, they want to straighten out. The servo's not strong enough to keep them turning at the rate you want to. So that's the reason why I'm replacing it. And here we go. So we're going to go ahead and flip this. I'm going to go ahead and disengage. Put this on its roof like this, and I'm going to be using, I believe that's a 2.5 millimeter driver, and it is. So I'll go ahead and remove this, and all you have to do is remove these 4 screws, which I will be reusing for the new servo, and then I will also be removing this screw right in here, for which I will be needing some thread lock compound. Now let me go ahead and move this out of the way. I could have just removed the horn. That would have been a better option, but I'll go ahead and do it this way for now. There is room. There is plenty of room. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this over, even though I don't have to. Now, something that you should do is do this when there is no power going to the servo, or else the servo, you're going to be fighting the servo. Now, this is a 2 millimeter driver I'm gonna be using to remove the horn. And I'll be honest, I should have probably removed the wire from the receiver. There we go. So now the servo is loose, and I'm going to see if I can just push this down and bring it up and over, because I am going to be keeping the servo. Let's see. Just trying to save myself some zip ties, which, to be honest, are probably not worth the hassle. Oh, managed. All right, so that worked. So this servo will be going, I'll probably just get a low profile servo. I'll leave this here for now. Don't feel like cutting it, but let's go ahead and install this one. Now, notice the difference between the two ends. This thicker end, the part with the rubberized portion, that's gonna go in here. Now, this is where I should probably look at the instructions. I think the metallic bits go down toward the bottom, but I'm not sure. And I would rather just assemble this once rather than twice. And I guess there's one way to find out. I may just plug it in and try it out. All right, that sounds good to me. Plug it in and find out. All right, let's see. Oh, is there a shape? Oh, there is a shape. Oh, perfect, awesome. So the little metallic tabs, if you're holding the servo this way, they're gonna go up. Inside, you will see the rounded corners here on this side, on the bottom. And that's where the rounded corners are, right here on the plastic. So the tabs, that's the flat part. So it'll just slide right in there. And it probably won't go in the other way. And this rubber seals on that rubber. So there we go. Now I can go ahead and, see, should have done the wire after. That's the reason why. All right. I can go ahead and connect this. Perfect. And don't really want to flip this. So I'm going to remove this pin. If you've never opened up your box, this is the way it goes. I've been running this truck like mad. It does need a cleaning. Usually I would recommend that you clean the entire vehicle and then go through this whole process. But in this case, I'm going to be running it not too long from now. So let's go ahead and see. These usually, it's channel 1 and channel 2 right here. And then it's the ESC, but I'm going to go ahead and remove this so I can read channel 1, channel 1. All right, so I did, that's the servo right there. I am going to have to grab some snips and snip that away. I'll worry about the wiring later. The metallic tabs go this way, they go toward the top. So if you look at the TQ, they go toward the top, the plastic bit goes toward the bottom, and it doesn't matter which one of the first two you go into. The reason why is because they're both channel 1. In some other receivers, it's going to be battery and then channel 1. Traxxas vehicles, channel 1, channel 1. And there we go. So the servo has power. It's now centered. I can go ahead and flip this over. And I will go ahead and install it now. I will disengage this for now, because there's no need to keep it on. And I will just install this. And one of the reasons why I picked this servo is because the specs for torque are very good for 6 volts, which is what I'm running. I'm just running AA batteries. I'm trying it out with AA batteries. At some point, I'll get a receiver pack for this. Something similar to what my Revo has. They are very convenient, but I still recommend that you carry AA's just in case you're out there for a few hours. AA batteries, 4 AA batteries will last a long time in the receiver. I don't remember how much, but maybe half a gallon, which doesn't really help you if you want time. It's a few hours. I want to say 2 hours if you're out there, if you're not running wide open throttle the entire time. All right, now I'm going to turn this on. Awesome. And I am going to need some thread lock for that screw. And let's see, so I want this to be just straight, pointing forward. Now I'm not worried about the servo horn. It is plastic. I do prefer aluminum, but it's been good for now. So I'm just gonna drive it until it breaks and then review. If it lasts a really long time, then you know it's probably not worth upgrading to aluminum right away. Some other vehicles you really want to upgrade to aluminum right away. Let's see. That's fine. All right, good. So there we go. Everything's installed. Oh, that looks beautiful. And this is filthy. That's a different story. That is it for the installation. Now what I have to do is I have to go through and snip all of these items. You want actual snips. You can use body reamers, body scissors, or Lexan scissors, I should say. Which is what I have handy, and that is what I'm going to be using. I'll use these. And I'll cut this way, that way I don't accidentally cut my wires. And then for now, I will simply leave these the way they are. I'm gonna clean this up. All right. And we have one more. There we go. All right, and that is it. There's the servo. Servo is there. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten the wires. Later, at some other time, I will go through and actually tie strap everything down. And my receiver box, when I place this in, notice that little groove? That's where your wires are going to come through. So you want to make sure that your wires go through there. This way, you don't destroy them. Let's go ahead and about the same amount of slack for all of the wires for when I use a tie strap. But there it is. So all of them are there. And I'm just gonna get a low profile servo for the transmission. Well, assuming that's what fits. If not, then I'm just gonna get little extenders here so that the servo fits in here. But we'll see. Actually, maybe I wanna do that. So this wire would actually go through here. The kit may or may not come with the adapters to go here, and I'm getting a sense, well, it would go through there, so maybe I do want a low profile. But here we go. This is it. And there is the old servo. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please comment below if you've used this servo or some other ProTek servos and you want to just drop some comments. What are your experience with them? Which ones do you use? There is another less expensive series that you can get. Please let us know in the comments. And again, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.
What? Oh, my hair! My arm! My rod!